I didn't think it was possible for this to get any worse. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's so much worse. It's getting so much worse. We have reached a new level for the Trump administration, for Trump and all the goons. The way that they are looking at the American people right now and just flat out lying. Sometimes we're past lying. We don't even lie. We just have people like Mike Johnson or Caroline Leavitt get on a stage, and when they're asked hard questions about Trump, why is he doing this? Why is Trump saying he doesn't know who he pardoned? Why is Trump getting MRIs? It's either a lie so detached from reality it makes your brain hurt, or it's Mike Johnson saying, I don't know, you'd have to ask him. That's where we're at. And I want to play a few clips from Caroline Leavitt's press conference today because it'll make your head spin. As I record this video, it is Tuesday, November 4th. There are elections going on all around the country, and I'm going to continue to have updates for you guys in the coming days. They are going to claim it's rigged. They're already doing it right now. The polls haven't even closed, and Twitter is full of it's rigged. They're stuffing ballots, all this nonsense. It's because they care more about themselves than the Constitution. They care more about sucking up to Trump and the loyalty to the current Republican Party than anything else. Don't bite. Don't bite. Stay in line. Go vote. And when somebody brings up some nonsense about election fraud, no. We're talking about the issues that matter, and we're not letting people who don't care about this country spit this nonsense for their own personal gain. Let's hop right into this with the first clip. This is Caroline Leavitt being asked about Donald Trump saying he was going to ignore court orders on funding SNAP, which I remind you, ignoring a court order, the executive so blatantly just ignoring the judicial branch, it's the definition of a constitutional crisis. This is Caroline Leavitt's response.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Caroline. Can you help clear up some confusion about SNAP benefits? Because the president just posted that they will only be given out when the radical left Democrats open the government and not before. But just yesterday, the administration said it would comply with a court order to expend the full amount of SNAP contingency funds by end of business day yesterday. So did the administration distribute that money or defy that court order?
No, the administration is fully complying with the court order. I just spoke to the president about it. The recipients of these SNAP benefits need to understand it's going to take some time to receive this money because the Democrats have forced the administration into a very untenable position. We are digging into a contingency fund that is supposed to be for emergencies, catastrophes, for war. And the president does not want to have to tap into this fund in the future. And that's what he was referring to in his Truth Social post. So the Department of Agriculture, as for the latest SNAP payment in the judge's order, put out guidance to states today on how to get that money to the recipients of SNAP, but it's going to take some time. The best way to get the full amount of SNAP benefits to those beneficiaries is for Democrats to reopen the government. So to anyone who is a SNAP beneficiary at home who needs that assistance, and the president was just saying, this is for people who are truly needy, who need food, who need this assistance from the United States government. Democrats are holding it up and making it difficult for the administration to get those payments out the door. So if you are at home and you want your SNAP benefits, call the Democrats and tell them to reopen the government.
That is full of so many lies, so much garbage, but it's also nonsensical. That's not an answer. That clears up nothing. I have more questions than I did when she started talking. This is the True Social post that Donald Trump posted just literally 2 hours before Caroline Leavitt got on a stage. It says, SNAP benefits, which increased by billions and billions of dollars, many-fold, during crooked Joe Biden's disastrous term in office due to the fact that they were haphazardly handed to anyone for the asking as opposed to just those in need, which is the purpose of SNAP, that's obviously not true, will be given only when the radical left Democrats open up government, which they can easily do and not before. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So I have a million questions. What Caroline Leavitt just said about the fact that the administration said they're going to comply and Trump said this, and it doesn't mean they're not complying. Someone's lying. Is Caroline Leavitt lying? Is she saying that, okay, we're going to comply with this order, but we're not actually? Is Donald Trump lying when he says that we will, quote, will be given only when the radical left Democrats open up government and not before? So is he just saying that, but it's not true? Because the court says he needs to do it now. And furthermore, not only are there more questions going into that than answers, but the way she describes that is so disgusting. Millions and millions and millions of people depending on SNAP to eat. And Caroline Leavitt's like, oh, well, we have to dig into this contingency fund that's only supposed to be used for emergencies. Oh, people eating isn't an emergency. Ah, okay. Garbage. It's incoherent. Let's go to the next one.
Why did President Trump get an MRI during his recent visit to Wall Street?
Look, as President Trump said, he would inquire with the physicians. I'll check back on that. But as the physical itself stated, Kristen, and as you all know, because you are all witness to it, every single day the president is in optimal physical health. This was a follow-up appointment, and we provided a detailed readout of that physical. I'm happy to give it to you again, and I can inquire further.
With all due respect, an MRI is a very specific procedure. It's done on a part of the body looking for something specific, so it's not generally part of any kind of routine checkup. And in addition, President Trump has said that he wants to be transparent. He told us to ask the doctors, which we have and have not heard back. Why don't we have more information on this?
As I said, I'll check back for you.
Okay, so again, this is the part where we're not even spinning anything anymore. We tried a little bit. Oh, an MRI is routine. It's the last thing from routine. But we're done with lying. We'll get back to you. I don't know. I do not know the answer to the question. We're the most transparent administration of all time. Why did the president get an MRI? I do not know. I'll get back to you. She said, I'll get back to you last week. I mean, this is not, it is a North Korean TV show at this point, what we're watching from Caroline Leavitt and being blasted from Fox. I mean, she is sitting up there. The president is in optimal health. Why did he get an MRI? I don't know. Don't all of you get MRIs every time you go to the, I got an MRI last week for fun. Fuck it. I was bored. I just got one. I mean, this is, anybody who watches this stuff, I will say this over and over, and this is where I start to get angry. You should feel, I don't care if you support Trump or Biden or left, right, blue, red, this should offend you. The way that they think, Donald Trump thinks we are so stupid. We're not stupid. Let's go to the next one.
President Trump said to CBS in the 60 Minutes interview that he did not know the Binance founder, which he pardoned. What exactly did he mean for that? I know it caused.
He means he does not know him personally. He means he does not have a personal relationship with this individual. And when it comes to pardons, the White House takes them with the utmost seriousness, and the president understands the responsibility that he has as president to issue clemency and issue pardons to individuals who are seeking that. That's why we have a very thorough review process here that moves with the Department of Justice and the White House counsel's office. There's a whole team of qualified lawyers who look at every single pardon request that ultimately make their way up to the president of the United States. He's the ultimate final decision maker. And he was very clear when he came into office that he was most interested in looking at pardoning individuals who were abused and used by the Biden Department of Justice and were over-prosecuted by a weaponized DOJ. And the individual you're referring to, that was certainly the case. Even the...
Okay, does Caroline Leavitt, I mean, do these people, they have no shame, and it still stuns me every single time. I do this every day. Every day I wake up. I think about politics. Politics is my life. It's my job, which, by the way, I appreciate you, and I love you so much. If you haven't already, hit subscribe down below. You guys mean so much to me. It still stuns me that these individuals, they have no shame. No shame. Are we serious? That's the answer? The Biden auto pen ordeal has been going on. We have spent taxpayer monies on apparently Biden pardoned people via auto pen. And so therefore he didn't actually sign the pardons. And there's no way he did because he was so old. He had no idea what was going on. Someone else, the deep state, was pulling the strings. And then Trump literally says out loud in front of a camera, I don't know who I pardoned. Quote, I know nothing about him. And this is the response we get? Also, if you talk to anybody in the legal field, it is hilarious for Caroline Leavitt to say we have the most qualified lawyers searching this over. Nobody will work for this administration. Nobody will work for Trump. They don't have any qualified lawyers. Any qualified, respecting lawyer doesn't go near these people. Because it's antithetical to everything you learn as a lawyer. Because you're not in charge of upholding the law. You're in charge in this world. If you're a White House lawyer, Trump's personal lawyer, some attorney somewhere in this world, your job is to listen to Trump and do what he says. That's it. There's no ethics. You don't give a damn about ethics or law. So that's hilarious because there isn't any qualified lawyers in the White House. But again, we know why Donald Trump pardoned the Binance CEO. We know. They think we're so dumb. The Binance CEO is investing in World Liberty Financial, which has a direct tie to the Trump administration. They are partnered together for Trump's crypto ventures. Of course he pardoned him. We've seen this over and over. It's pay to play. People get pardons. pardons when they spend money. We've seen it over and over and over again. They think we're dumb. I want to go to this last clip before I end off. Again, not only are we lying, but we have reached a point of just, I don't know. Look at this compilation CNN made of Mike Johnson being asked questions about Donald Trump. And his consistent response has turned into, as we're starting to see with Caroline Leavitt, just, I don't know. I'll get back to you, but I don't know. Take a look.
Listen.
They're shut down.
I don't know anything about that. I didn't see the interview. You have to ask the president about that. I don't know any of the details of that yet. I just heard about that literally. I was walking in. I don't know the details about that. I've just read it. I didn't talk with him about that. I don't know the latest developments. That's first I've heard of that. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what you're talking about with the children. I haven't seen that, so I'm not going to comment on it.
Nice. No, I love that. That's really great. The party that was voted into office because, we need real adults who know what they're doing, who care about the American people. The Speaker of the House has no effing idea what's going on ever. Why did we get a ProPublica article that 170 Americans have been detained by ICE agents and held for long periods of time without legal basis, often not being able to call a lawyer? Why did that happen? Mr. Speaker of the House. I haven't read it. I don't know. Wow. Fuck, we wouldn't expect from you that you work for us based on a lot of these responses. Sir, why is Donald Trump pardoning people for money? I have no idea. I haven't seen it. I don't know. Why did Donald Trump pardon the Binance CEO? I don't know. You'd have to ask him. Why did Donald Trump launch his own cryptocurrency? Fuck, I have no. Why are you asking me? I have nothing to do with this government. I'm just the Speaker of the House. I just get paid $175,000 of taxpayer money and get interviews and book deals and get to stand in front of a camera all day to not work for the government. These people are fucking shameless. Excuse my language. But this is just infuriating. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you were somewhere today as I record this, you might be seeing this on Wednesday, November 5th. But if you're somewhere where you did go out and vote Tuesday, November 4th, let me know in the comments down below. Brings me some hope. I'm proud of each and every one of you. We will get through this time together. And I hope I don't eat my words. But when I come back into this studio tomorrow, it's going to be a Democrat sweep. Big things are happening right now. We've got some momentum. Keep pushing. I'm proud of you. So proud of you. Have a great rest of your week. We'll talk again soon. Make sure you're subscribed down below. Hit like, and I'll see you in the next video.